Hi, this is Johnny I with Operation Barbecue Relief. Today I'm going to show you how to make a barbecue sundae. I know what you're saying. What is a barbecue sundae? It's actually not a dessert. It's actually an entree that we serve in a mason jar, and we make some ingredients and we layer them in the jar, hence the name sundae. But before I get started, I'd like to acknowledge and recognize Blue Rhino for all of their support, fueling our disaster so we can serve the one hot meal that matters. All right, so let's get started. First, I'd like to talk to you about the mason jar. You want to make sure, mason jars come in a lot of different sizes. You want to make sure that your mason jar has a wide mouth, because a lot of the times they'll kind of curve in. You don't want to use that. You want to make sure that you have a wide mouth, so this way you can easily put all of your ingredients inside. We're going to get started by taking a little bit of cornbread, and I purchased this at my local supermarket. And you want to cut the cornbread so that it's going to fit inside of the mason jar. So I found a brandy snifter, just checking to make sure that it fits inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this brandy snifter to cut my cornbread. Save that off to the side because we're going to snack on that later. I'm going to take a little bit of melted honey butter, and I'm going to brush both sides of the cornbread. This is going to give the cornbread some great flavor, and then we're going to place it on the grill just to get some quick grill marks. You don't want it to burn, but you do want it to grill because that's going to intensify the flavor of the cornbread. Okay, now it's time to flip our cornbread. I'm starting to smell that toasted corn flavor. It's starting to get nice little char marks. So next, we're going to start preparing our filling. So I have some pulled pork that I just took out of the smoker. And to this, we're going to add a little bit of barbecue spice, because we want to season our pork so it has great flavor. So we're going to season it with a little bit of barbecue spice and then some barbecue sauce. Okay, and you want to stir that up real well so that the pork becomes coated with the barbecue sauce and you get all that delicious barbecue spice throughout the pork. All right, we're ready to assemble. As you can see, our cornbread has some nice charring on it, which is what you're looking for, but it's not burnt. So first we're going to start with taking our mason jar, and you're going to place a piece of cornbread in the bottom. That's where tongs become very helpful. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to very gently and carefully place some pulled pork inside the jar. Next, we're going to take some baked beans. Now, these beans I prepared with regular baked beans that you buy in the store, but I've added to it chopped bacon, barbecue sauce, and just a little touch of honey. Gives it a really nice flavor. We'll put the beans on top of the pork. Then, on top of that, we're going to add a little bit of coleslaw. Again, very traditional barbecue ingredients. Okay, this is going to make a great presentation, and your guests are going to go crazy when they see this. Okay, so I've got a very large mason jar. I'm going to keep going until I fill it up. I'm going to add my second piece of cornbread. Then I'm going to add more pulled pork. More baked beans. And then I'm going to top it off with some coleslaw. And again, this is a fun, fast way to feed some folks. There you have it. Barbecue sundae. Enjoy.